Hello everyone, welcome back to the video. In today's video we are going to be doing another tournament recap, and that is going to be Momocon. It was this weekend, it was a super major, and it was really good. We're going to go over top players that were there, the top 13 placements specifically, then some other ones probably. People I was impressed with, cool sets, all that kind of stuff. Let's just get right into it. So the player that won the tournament was Light, second was DeBuzz, third was Meister, fourth was Tweak, fifth was Sonics and Didi, seventh was Riddles and Nudes. Ninth was Send, Ling, Cola, and Goblin. And 13th was Luis, Fatality, Myron, and Yanni. Already, if that's super stacked. But then there was also Capitancito, Cosmos, Zomba, Kirby Kid, Scat, Vendetta, J Mafia, Shattuck, Wrath, Apollo Kage, Dark Wizzy, Jake, like Pink Fresh, Mugen. There's so many talented people at this tournament. It's not Sean. Sean was here. Grape, Canadian Snake player was here. Lima was here. It's insane. Toast, like it was a super major. There's gonna be a lot of talented players. But for being a super major, there wasn't as many upsets as I thought. There definitely was some upsets. Probably the biggest ones being Shattuck over Cosmos again. He beat him in the run back. Super impressive. Like Shattuck isn't even like it's not like Shattuck's a nobody, not top player, but Cosmos is at such a high caliber, or at least he can be. But Shattuck has his number. Some other big ones were Didi's run. Didi's run was very impressive. Didi beat a ton of good people. We'll talk about him later. And it wasn't really upsets, but this is his first major, and it's pretty impressive. Goblin beat Zomba. That's insane. Again, it's like a top player being a top player, but Zomba is on such a high caliber. It's pretty nuts. And the biggest one by far was Camerific over Cola. Luigi player 2-0'd him. Don't know how that happened. That's insane. Like, Cola hasn't been... Because Cola used to get upset a ton. Like, a lot. And then he would either make a loser's run or he'd peter out at, like, 49th. But this tournament was nuts. Like, Cola still had a very good loser's run, and, like, he destroyed people. Like, he went through Sinji, Mugen, Shattuck, Fatality before eventually losing to Riddles. But, like, the fact that was such an impressive win. Like, right off the gate, Cola still had a good run, getting 9th, but beating someone as good as Cola that's it's impressive. What can I say? In terms of winners, Zomba not getting even top 13 is pretty rare. He lost to Yanni and then aforementioned Goblin. I don't think this is the first time in a while since Collision that he hasn't placed in top 8, and Collision he got 9th. So like that's pretty insane. Big upset tournament. Just to like what's it called? Zomba, and then Cosmos as well, also falling at I think 33rd. Both of them losing to Yanni and losers. Yanni also beat Capitancito. Damn, Yanni literally destroyed losers until losing to Mudes, who ended up getting 7th. So shoutouts to Yanni beating a ton of really good players. Who else was there? Scat. We haven't seen Scat in a really long time. He did really good. He beat Vivid. He beat Kirby Kid. And he took a game off Fatality, which is actually super impressive. But yeah, I'm glad to see him again. I really like Scat. I think he's an amazing player, and hopefully we see him more. Dark Wizzy as well. Dark Wizzy had a very good run. He ended up getting 25th. I think I don't know if that was his seed or not. I'm pretty sure that he outplaced it because they underseed him super hard. But he beat Synergy, and he beat who else? Who did he beat to get out of pools? He beat Pink Fresh to get out of pools. Oh, that's tough. That's a tough pools match. But a good run from Wizzy. Very impressive. Ended up falling to Send and I believe Didi. Yeah, Didi had a super good run. He beat Sunito, he beat Jake, another Steve player. He beat Dark Wizzy, as I said. He beat Luis, he beat Goblin, and he beat Riddles. Oh my god, he beat Riddles. That's insane. Before eventually losing to Meister in a Game 5 set. This is Didi. Didi's been someone that people have known is very good for a long time, but he was like kind of a regional threat, and this is his first major ever, and he got 5th. He destroyed. Like, it's insane. It's his first tournament ever. He's very young. He's like, I don't know how old he is exactly, so I won't even try. But he's a young guy, and he is cranked on the sticks with Steve. It's actually nuts. Like, he is the best Steve in NA. Like, this is the best placement Steve's gotten since in NA, because obviously a Cola exists. But since Jake's run at Glitch Infinite, which was like, that's a pretty old run now. I feel like Steve's haven't really had anything And Jake hasn't had like anywhere near that air of consistency since he had that amazing run. So I feel like now for like that top Steve placement in America, it would be between Didi or Yanni. Probably Yanni, even though Yanni doesn't have the highs, he is very, very consistent. But maybe it is Didi. Maybe he just had an amazing tournament. But I feel like he can definitely replicate this because he's very, very good. He touched his SU like it's nothing. Sean also at the tournament. Sean did not have a great run. He did not make it out of pools, I believe. I don't know who he lost to. Did he lose to Shattuck? Am I making this up? I could just be hallucinating. Yeah, totally am. Don't know what I was thinking there. But Sean didn't make it out of pools, and honestly, I'm going to call that a fluke, because everyone has bad tournaments. It's just unfortunate that you went from having the best tournament of your life to one of the worst. It happens to the best of us, obviously, because, it happened to Sean, and he's phenomenal. But, I'll write this one off. You know what? I said, we'll see if he can replicate it. He didn't this time. I'll give you one mulligan before I say, maybe he's not maybe he's not the best Falcon in the world. But still, pound run. God, the pound run was impressive. Who else? Light. I guess let's talk about him right now. Light was absolutely dominant this tournament. He literally dropped 2 games, one to DeBuzz in Winners Finals, and then one to Chunky Kong in pools. So Chunky Kong is the closest player to defeating Light. And Light did not have an easy bracket. He had a very hard bracket. He's fight Frozen. He had to fight the aforementioned Chunky Kong. He had to fight Didi. He had to fight J Mafia. He had to fight Riddles, who he's 3-0'd all of them. He 3-0'd Sonics, 3-1 DeBuzz, and then beat DeBuzz in the run back 3-0. Light was destroying people. He is so good at the game. It's insane. I don't even know what to say. Light's amazing. He's on another level right now. He can really only be touched by those people in the top 5, like Gluttony, Spargo, Leo. If you're not one of those like top 5 contenders, you are probably not going to beat Light, and he is just cementing that over and over with how good he is. Someone else that's really good, Sonics. Call me a Sonics hater. I'm always like he's gonna not get as high as he's seeded, and I was technically right this time because he was 4th and he got 5th, but also like, that'd be stupid of me to give myself credit because he still had a nuts run. He lost to Light and Tweak. Both very amazing players, obviously, and he beat Goblin, Udace, and Wrath. Beat Wrath in the Ditto, which is very interesting. I wish that was streamed, because those are probably no, because Ken is in there, but those are like the best NA Sonic, the best not NA Sonic. I don't know what region Sonics is specifically from, so I'm not even going to try. But I know he's not from America. I know he's not from Europe. I know he's not from Japan. Besides the point, though, the point is he's really, really good, and proving himself to probably be the best Sonics right now, even over Ken. Best Sonics right now, best Sonic right now, even over Ken. He's really, really good. Send also had a very good run. Send ended up getting 9th, and he had to beat, who did he beat? He beat Ling, Dark Wizzy, and then he fell to DeBuzz and Mudace. Very respectable losses and very good wins. Send's really good. Send's like insane. Luis also had a good run, beating Anathema, losing to DeBuzz, and then beating Apollo Kage, and then losing to Didi. Like, very impressive runs, both players respectively getting top 8. It's insane. Ling had a good run, got 13th. Mudace had a good run, got 7th. Peach is back. Peach is a really good character. People pretended like they're not for some reason, but they definitely are. Ling had a run too. Ling beat Toast, Teaser, and J Mafia before falling to Myron. Oh no, he beat Myron and then he fell to Tweak. Because Sephiroth Peach looks like just a tragedy, to be honest. Tweak had a very, very good tournament, getting double eliminated by Meister for 4th place. But Tweak he beat Lima, he beat Fatality, he lost to Meister, as I said. Then he beat Ling to get into top 8, and then he beat Mudace and Sonics once in top 8, 3-0'd both of them. And then he lost to Meister again, and he was using mainly Sephiroth, at least on the 2nd day for top 8, and I believe in his losers to qualify he used Sephiroth just because it's really good against Peach. He also tried against Game & Watch against Meister. Which is, you know what, we haven't seen the Tweak Sephiroth in a really long time, so that was cool. I like seeing that. Good to see Tweak being consistent again. He had a couple bad tournaments. Actually, I think it was just one, but he's bounced back like he always does. That's what makes Tweak so great. He can have a bad tournament and then he'll just come back. Meister. Meister has had not a bad 2022. He's had a pretty good 2022 considering most people. But for Meister, who was like he used to be like top 5 free, it was a little rough. I think he here. Let's look at his exact tournaments because I don't want to speak out me bum. He definitely had. I think he did really good at low tide, if I am not mistaken. He did really good at low tide. He got ninth at summits. Third at this tournament, obviously, with like a lot of really good wins. I think this is like one of the first times he's ever beat Tweak. And he was fairly down. He got seventh at low tide, and then ninth at summit, ninth at Delfino Mazza, and then 25th at Genesis. So he's only been to a couple tournaments since this like PGR season has started. He just hasn't top 8'd them. Which we're used to seeing him do, which is like it was kind of weird. But then he said, "Oh yeah, I'm back," and he rolled people. He had such a good run. He beat Shattuck. He beat Yanni. He beat Tweak twice. He beat Didi. Like that's insane. That's such a good run. Meister's back, baby. He's really good. And despite all of this, Sora didn't take a game. Not a single one. I will keep on this train until I die. Admittedly though, like he is using Sora when he's like down, so it makes sense that the Sora's not taking games because switching to your secondary isn't going to miraculously make you win a set when you're losing to specifically to Buzz, who is insane. But yeah, Meister, really good run. Happy to see him have that consistency again. I feel like this was a tournament for a lot of players, like just regaining that consistency. Like Tweak getting it back, Meister getting it back, Riddles proving it again that he's insane, getting 7th. Sonic's proving again that he's really good. Light, obviously, proving he's the best. Yeah, I think this was a really, really good tournament. My player of the tournament, I think it has to be Didi, unarguably. I feel like there's always someone where it's like it's not even close who the player of the tournament is. But not only did Didi get a great placement for his like first tournament or his first major ever, but he also like it wasn't like he had a good like an easy run. Like he had to play a lot of demons. He lost to Light and Meister. And he had to beat. I already said he had to beat, but like it's insane. It's really really impressive. Didi is a very good player. I think he's going to have a lot of potential in the future. He already has it now, but if he starts traveling, he's going to be a menace. Who else? My sets of the tournament. Basically, Light Sonics was amazing. Light Riddles was amazing. Light was just playing on fire, so all his sets were amazing. Winners finals was great. I personally enjoyed Tweak and Mutace. It was a slower set, but I still like it. I like slower sets sometimes. I like to throw them in there. Goblin Zomba. Goblin played like how he played against T, which is to say amazing. Well, what else was really good? Riddles Cola. That set was like one of the quickest sets I've ever seen, and I don't understand. It was actually nuts. And then another classic. I'm gonna say Cosmo Shattuck just because it was so interesting to see like Shattuck again like over someone like Cosmos just like having that dominance. It's very impressive. So yeah, those are my sets of the tournament. Players DD. Let me know what you guys think about the tournament. Would you enjoy? If I forgot to mention a player you liked, sorry. There's a lot of people. It's a super major. It's gonna happen. But yeah, be sure to sub. All that yada yada. Let me know if there's a specific set from this tournament you want recapped, because if I do a recap, it'll probably be from Momocon, because I like to do the newest tournaments. And be sure to sub, all that yada yada, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.